2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sport. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves at Target Center. Minnesota's been playing with a lot of focus. They haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a
The Bucks continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup on the road. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. And still under the line is Antetokounmpo. These two teams, Doris, exciting young talent to watch.
I'll tell you, two teams on the rise. Young talent that's only going to get, with repetition, better and better. They've got a chance to be a factor in the league for a long time, and you and I get a front row seat to their growth.
Isn't it fun to think about what they could accomplish? That's a great part of sports when you see a young player like that.
Takes a little imagination, but we can see it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Margaret Henson, the duo inside. Chris Middleton is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Butler in for three. Rush dishes to Towns. Passes it to Rush. Here's Dunn. Drills it from outside. Dunn's got 5 now.
Gotta put some pressure on Dunn when he's squaring up from outside. Just an exceptional score.
Dellavedova kicks the Butler. And stolen by Dunn. He's got a clear path. And Dunn with the slam.
No doubt that is within his range.
I think that's exactly what you're looking for on the break. Finish right at the rim.
Not a fast start for the Bucks. 7-point differential. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
The inability to make threes in that game, because they took a lot of them, I think, is why they ended up on the short end of the stick.
Their percentage from downtown is abysmal. I think that they felt the shots would eventually start dropping, and that's a dangerous gamble, as they found out.
And stolen by Dunn. The finish. And Dunn with the slam.
And the length of Dunn really annoys the opposition. So good at sticking his hands in passing lanes and coming away with steal.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game. Rush with the steal.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball. Already seizing control of this game.
Two teams in very different modes right now. One playing with energy and passion at both ends, and the other wishing for a reset button on this game.
Poke loose. Here's the break. Goes up. And Dunn with the slam.
And you always have to do your best to keep up with Dunn. Just absolutely remarkable in transition, given his athleticism.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And for the Timberwolves, they had a rough season as they learned the ropes, but still came up with several big wins, Doris, that they could build off of last year.
Well, you have to look no further. They were one of two teams to beat Golden State in Golden State. And listen, everyone knew this was going to be a process, developing this young group. But you love getting your players that kind of experience in those tough environments.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
It's ridiculous to give up that many points in the paint. You know, I think he'd like them to play a bit more physical.
a chance to compare steals versus fouls over the last 5 games and the season as a whole for Rubio.
And this is a good development for him in these past 5 games. His steals are up and his fouls are down compared to his overall numbers on the season. And that means he's still playing assertive, aggressive D, but he's playing smarter. And that's a great combination.
Here's Butler. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Here's Parker, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Towns, the best to Levine. Good on the shot.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Well, the one question Zach LaVine had when he entered the NBA is whether or not he could be a reliable contributor on offense. Of course, he's put in the work to improve his efficiency a great deal in that regard.
Yeah, and I think a big part of that for Levine is that he's worked on his jump shot to where he's now more of a threat. He upped his field goal percentage from mid-range and from deep since his rookie season. He's shown better judgment in the shots he takes. All of that goes into making him a better player.
Dellavedova dishes to Parker. And the rejection by Towns.
A terrific effort by Towns. Sticks with the play and sends it back.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
Yeah, but you have to like the mentality to get inside, even though they're struggling to finish.
And Rush kicks to Towns. To the inside. Garnett. Excellent D there from Parker.
You've got to do better there. There wasn't anyone stopping him in the lane.
Middleton on the wing. Wide open look. And no good that time. So Minnesota will take it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, a pair of losses for them in their meetings last season. And the cold hard truth about it, they just had a hard time beating anybody last year.
Here's Dunn. Oh, and the dunk by Dunn.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Chipped away and stolen by Dunn. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Another turnover there leading to a basket.
Here at the midway point of the season, the league pecking order now coming more into focus.
Yeah, I think generally you can see who's going to be in the playoffs by this point. You understand what a playoff team looks like and what a non-playoff team doesn't. Certainly by this point, some teams are saying, you know what, I think we might be heading to the lottery. Let's help that cause along.
But I never feel, even though people will speculate and talk about this, that the teams try to lose to better their position. I've always felt these are pros. It's on tape, and their individual careers as much as the team is at stake here.
I think you make a great point because these guys are about pride. No one likes losing. In fact, you can see rookies who come in and have had success at a high level on the college game, how much of a toll it takes on them mentally. And I'm a big believer, Kevin, is you can't try to lose, because if you do, it sets a very poor standard moving forward for those players.
That's a great perspective. Levine kicks to Garnett. Levine passes to Garnett. There's the dish to Towns. In the corner, Rush with it. Lock at 6. Back to Towns. 17-foot shot on the way. And the shot no good, a bit short. Bucks trail by 16. Dellavedova kicks to Middleton. And there it is for him. Middleton's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, that's a case where they're really in sync on that bucket with the lead pass hitting him in stride, on time and on target.
And the dunk by Towns.
It's taken them first quarter offensively.
But they have a chance to put an end to this one before it even really gets started. That's how good their offense has been.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And the Bucks are an interesting team. There was the trade involving Brandon Knight, Michael Carter-Williams a while ago. They signed Greg Monroe to a free agent contract last season. Re-signed John Henson. A lot of moving parts with the Bucks.
And they're still trying to identify the right combination of players because they're still struggling with consistency. On paper, at times, it seems like the team should have more wins than it actually does.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
And here we have an opportunity to check out Karl Anthony Towns. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. Putting up about 18 points per, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
And pushing it up again is Minnesota. Again in transition.
Well, don't sleep on the foot speed of Karl Anthony Towns. He's a factor in transition.
And so it's Milwaukee now. They trail by 18. Over with the ball, looking for his first basket still in this one. Goes up to the stripe. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Well, they were relentless on the offensive end. They had good decision-making, outstanding execution. They went in and quieted a very hostile crowd.
Bucks trail by 16. Henson with the screen. Knocks it loose. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
It's Rush outside. The rebound by Middleton. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Dellavedova. He dishes it to Henson. Here's Parker. Second shot opportunity. And there's the nice layup by Henson.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Parker with the steal. In the corner, Middleton with it. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Timberwolves leading by 10. Dunn dishes to Towns. And going back to when you were growing up, Doris, which players did you admire and look up to?
Magic Johnson. I was a point guard. I obviously didn't have Magic's size, but I loved how much Magic wanted to make the people around him feel great about playing the game. And just with a smile on his face, you know, we all love and are passionate about the NBA and playing the game of basketball, and so he was a guy I really loved.
Well, no one enjoys the game more than you. I'm just being around you, watching you broadcast. I know you love the at all levels. You love the game.
If they're tipping it up, Kevin, I'd like to be there.
You're watching. That's right. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in. The Bucks also changing it up. Plumlee comes in for Henson, and Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Plumlee that time on the assist from Carter-Williams. Plumlee's got his first bucket of the night. Here's Dunn. He picked up 30 points in their last win against the Nuggets in Denver.
And really took advantage of the opposition's careless play, especially on defense. He racked up all the steals.
And when you see Chang, you don't expect a player Doris of his size to be a threat from outside, but he has a very soft touch in the mid-range, and it's getting better every year, it seems.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt. Chang can definitely face up and knock shots down. Enough, certainly, to keep other big men honest when he steps out into clear space. And also helps a lot that every time he gets to the free throw line, he's been solid there.
One term you always hear when you talk about Tom Thibodeau is his work ethic. He's always spending late nights at the office analyzing tape, Doris, and doing everything he can to make sure he hasn't missed something in a game plan.
You and I both know, Kevin, this is one of the most intense coaches in the game when it comes to preparation, and it's because of his work ethic that make him so appealing as a coach. You know, with a young group like the Wolves, having Thibodeau showing them what it takes to be successful is huge.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Dunn. First in steals, second in scoring, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
Payne, he's checked in for Minnesota. Bean passes to Hill. He kicks it to Jang. 11 feet away. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Poke loose. And Middleton kicks to Carter Williams. Here's Plumlee. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now the feed to Jang. Second chance shot. Hill, no good.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Now it's sent it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Jason Kidd.
Thanks, Kevin. He told me that when you're playing against a team as good as they are inside, you have to stop the easy looks. He said if they can keep them out of the paint, they'll be in good shape to win. We'll see, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Rush. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
The Bucks haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. And he can't get the first one.
And one thing you have to like about the Bucks, I mean, this is really an unselfish basketball team. Terrific assist totals almost every night, and I think largely because they've been acquiring guys with that team-first mentality.
Here's Payne. Buries it from 3-point range. Payne's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Knocked away, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Bucks.
And one thing they can definitely improve on is their work from 3-point range, especially from the corners. That's an area of the floor that has been a black hole for them this season. If they can start to get some points from the corners, it'll really open things up for them.
No one near Toledovich as he lets it go, and the wing jumper offline. And talking about the unselfishness of the Bucks players, one would also think that comes from the top down.
Well, you think about who's coached the club the past couple years. This is an organization that believes in team-oriented basketball. Bucks really focus on getting each other good shots last season, something that was evident when you watch them play.
Well, the continued development of Zhang. How about that conversion against pressure?
And here is Carter Williams. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And that one drops. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter of the game. Levine kicks to Hill. He feeds it to Rush. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Levine dishes to Jang. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound. The putback is no good. Bucks trail by 12. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
I think if you look historically at the Timberwolves, the best years for this franchise were during the prime Kevin Garnett era. Obviously, they finished atop the West back in 2004, best showing in franchise history, and they end up losing to the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals.
This is the rush. 1:10 left in the first quarter. Here's Dang. From the high post, he drills it. Chang's got 8 points. That 2004 Wolves team was led by Kevin Garnett, the big ticket. That was the season where he won the team's only national MVP award.
And Kevin, what a shame that team fell short of making the finals. Injuries, if you remember, slowed them up in the playoffs. They weren't full strength. You look back, and that season was pure magic for Timberwolves fans.
Levine against Carter Williams. And stolen by Toledovich. Butler from outside. That shot missing. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Hill kicks to Levine. Shoots the three. Hands it from downtown. 9 points in the game so far.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Now here's Carter Williams. He's got 8. Plumlee with the screen. Toledovich from outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Hill. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Well, here's the modern-day prototypical stretch big, right? Toledovich showing great range for his size.
The Bucks making a switch here. That one misses. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead, up 8. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. From John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove.
Defensively, offensively, I think I'm better offensively than people give me credit for, and I'm stronger than I look. And that's something that I'm trying to prove this year, as I've been proving the last 3 or 4. So it's going to be fun.
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but it seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
Yeah, that's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And got to take so far in the Timberwolves.
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
The activity allowing them to pressure the ball, jump into passing lanes, anything they're doing to disrupt the offense.
Cole Aldrich is out there at Pekovic. Then it's Zach LaVine. It's Garnett. And it's Dunn in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Bean passes to Dunn. Now the pass to Pekovic. Here's Aldrich. Rebound, Milwaukee. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for. And Cole Aldrich with the slam.
You guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's going to be on Michael Carter-Williams. Because we have some prolific big men right now in the game. Who is the best post player, you think, in the league?
I think, surprisingly, and a guy who's not getting on national television too much, to me, it's DeMarcus Cousins.
I like that.
Yeah, you're talking about a guy who can play with his back to the basket, is going to require at least 2 defenders if you're going to try to check him, but he can also step away and make shots. What I'm anxious to see is, does DeMarcus Cousins mature, and does he ever get Sacramento to a place or go somewhere else where his game can be more well-known across the country?
Well said. You think he's as difficult to coach as it appears from the distance?
I think he's a hyper-competitive guy, and whoever coaches him is going to have as strong a personality as he does.
Spoken like a former coach. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Dunn dishes to Garnett, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mirza Teletovic. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Garnett kicks for Levine. Back to Garnett. To the right side. Shot clock at 6. He was all alone on that one. And that's now 18 points for Chris Dunn.
And when Dunn finds his comfort zone, his team is all the more dangerous. Just an unreal scorer who continues to add new wrinkles to his game.
Teletovic's shot is good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Garnett outside. Aldridge in the post, covered by Parker. A shot's good from Aldridge. Aldridge has got his second bucket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Dunn. Goes up. Oh, and the dunk by Dunn.
And Dunn is just an astonishing dunker, slamming it home with some real force.
Bucks trail by 11. Timeout called the Bucks. One of the stories here, Chris Dunn getting it done today.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button, and figure out how to slow his roll.
Towns, who's checked in for Minnesota. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Henson's checked in for Mirza Teletovic. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And another shot. No good off the back of the rim.
He doesn't have a polished inside game by any means. When that's an opportunity, he should convert.
Bean passes to Pekovic. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Carter-Williams dishes to Dellavedova. And stolen by Dunn. And Pekovic throws it down.
Well, very athletic in his younger years. Pekovic now a power player.
Bucks trail by 13. Now Dellavedova. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Now here's Carter-Williams. He's covered closely. And again, the Bucks miss.
You know, the defense will not make that mistake again, because next time he's going to knock that thing down.
Rebound by Parker.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Jabari Parker took an unconventional route to rehab his knee after his ACL surgery. He trained in the Andes Mountains of Peru. The altitude helped his stamina, but Parker said, it was also a trip that I took for character. We take a lot for granted. Kevin, even growing up poor in the U.S., Parker said, you don't realize how fortunate you are. Kevin?
Great stuff, DA, and a great way to put that injury into perspective. Carruthers checked in for Maker. Fedora is always on the hot list of topics as teams each year try to increase their odds of winning a championship. What do you feel are the key ingredients for a championship caliber team?
Talent, first and foremost.
Sure.
I mean, you think about some of the great stars who've won multiple championships. Bill Russell, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. One is talent. That's the first part. Coaching. I think coaching in the NBA is underrated. And then increasingly depth because, of course, over the years, the season has gotten longer. The playoffs have gotten longer. It takes more players to win in the NBA than it probably used to.
Is the feel in the locker room overrated? Is the cohesion, the culture, is that important on that list?
You know, it's a terrific question. I do think you can win without chemistry. I certainly think for us, you can feel it when a team is connected and when they enjoy playing with one another.
Like Golden State.
No question about it.
A shot by Carter Williams, nobody around. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Timberwolves leading by 18. Garnett outside. Henson against Pekovic. And there's Dunn on the assist from Pekovic. Dunn's got 24 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Carter Williams kicks the butt. Here's Dellavedova. Parker with no one around. It's hauled in by Dunn. Minnesota's got both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Pass to Towns. Dunn dishes to Garnett. Off target from three-point range.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Carter Williams can't get it to go. Minnesota's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Garnett the pass to Levine. Drills the three-pointer. Levine's got 15 points.
Well, spacing the floor with Levine hitting from range, the offense benefits greatly.
Now here is Dellavedova, guarded by Levine.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
What a brutal stretch for him, just trying to work his way out of it, which is harder than it sounds.
And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart.
Well, just look at the cluster in the middle of the paint. That right there tells you all you need to know about how they have built the lead they have. They are playing with more intensity on the offensive side of the ball, and it's the difference in the game right now. You have to love how they've approached this matchup.
That free throw good from Pekovic.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Minnesota making some changes. Hill, he's checked in for Towns. And it's Rush in for Kevin Garnett.
So good at drawing fouls as well as making foul shots. This is a big part of Pekovic's offense.
Here's Dunn. Offensive rebound. Here's Hill. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Boy, kept the possession alive with the offensive rebound. You have to love the effort and getting the putback opportunity.
Carter Williams kicks to Parker. Will it go? The shot off that time. 18 that time from Pekovic. And it's Dunn in the corner, expanding his range. Drills it from outside. Dunn's got 27 points.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Kicks it to Henson. Feeds to Carter Williams. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. And here we have the 2K leaderboard showing us the teams with the best free throw percentage during the past month. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line, converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
They get a hand on it. Parker dishes to Dellavedova. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Dellavedova's got himself on the board with 3 there. Minnesota's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Dunn passes to Pekovic, and Pekovic throws it down.
You look at the frame of Pekovic, you wonder if he even felt that contact.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. The shot's good from Henson.
Just a terrific delivery into the low post. Love to get those buckets nice and close, high percentage shots.
Levine kicks to Pekovic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Pekovic has got 8.
You know, rough start for him, but he seems to have turned the corner here in the second period.
And oh, here we go with Hill. Nobody back. Kick out to Levine. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Dellavedova. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 6 points a game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers are solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
Gorgie Dangs checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. Carter Williams kicks to Plumlee. Poked away. The kick outside to Butler, and Brandon Rush hits the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And Milwaukee has possession. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
3rd foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Great anticipation, just a little late getting his hand in there.
Here's Henson. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Yeah, terrific setup on the inbound play. The D never had a chance to get into proper position.
Here's Levine. The shot misses. And Milwaukee the other way now. Carter Williams dishes to Middleton. Henson the pass to Plumlee. And the shot is good. Plumlee's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Boy, spotted his teammate on the move, put the assist perfectly placed out in front of him, leading him right to the rack.
Levine kicks to Dunn. Fires for 3. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. And that's now 30 points for Chris Dunn.
Boy, very difficult to defend when he gets into this kind of rhythm, which has been all quarter long.
And stolen by Dunn. Here's Rush, defended by Butler. Yep, that one goes in there. Rush has got 6 points. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting at 51%. Really solid. And stolen by Dunn. Oh, and the dunk by Dunn.
And once again, Dunn showing off his all-around game. Not just an incredible shooter, but an unreal finisher on the drive as well.
It's stolen by Hill. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. Here's Tang. Second shot opportunity, and the layup good by Hill. Hill's got 4 this quarter.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the back end.
Down low, looking to end the run, and John Henson with the slam.
That's just terrific team basketball leading to a bucket. Great feed, better finish.
The Timberwolves shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense. Chang, the pass to Dunn. For 3, Levine. Milwaukee with the rebound. Butler kicks to Carter Williams. Here's Middleton.
Whoa! And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. This one for 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
His accuracy's been unbelievable, but they're getting dominated in too many other areas.
Here's Levine.
It's hard not to think of those amazing dunk contests when you think of Zach LaVine. 2 titles in that contest already to his name. May be the best dunker in the league and one of the best all time before it's all said and done.
Minnesota making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. Akers checked in for Milwaukee. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Karan Butler.
But this is a very good free throw shooter already, and with a little focus, LaVine could be one of the league's best.
That's tipped. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Aldridge kicks to Rush. LaVine for 3. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And it just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Middleton dishes to Maker. Passes it to Carter Williams. And Plumlee kicks to Carter Williams. Count that bucket. Carter Williams has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Done with it. 32 points in the game. Rush outside. That's good. And it's LaVine with the assist. LaVine's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Carter Williams. No good on the buzzer beater.
And really, Dunn plays with a real edge on these, staking his territory and showing off his impressive reach.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. But Timberwolves on top, running away with it. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. Chris Dunn was the man in the first. He had 32 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Oh, Chris Dunn was awesome in the first half. He's mature for his age. Compare that to some other top young guys, he probably is at the top of the list. He can score from anywhere on the floor. He's an assist maker premium.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that's it for halftime.
The buildings of downtown Minneapolis all lit up on this lovely evening. Welcome back, everyone, to the Twin Cities. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the 3rd quarter started. And you know, Chris Dunn has really been making it happen, guys.
How about a double-double already? I mean, this is the sort of energy performance that just energizes your entire team.
Those kinds of stats take a lot of sweat and hard work, and he only needed a half to do it.
Bucks shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. On the court for the Bucks, Parker and Henson, the duo inside. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Chris Middleton, and it's Butler in at the 3 slot. Screen by Parker. 5 to shoot. Middleton can't get it to go.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Hey, you know, it happens sometimes. Clear your mind, on to the next play.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. That's good from Rush. And so he hits both. Here's Dellavedova. Middleton outside. And it's Henson atop the key. The dish to Butler. Pass to Middleton. 6 to shoot. From deep. Milwaukee the rebound. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Bucks have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. And what a solid comeback Jabari Parker made last year after an ACL ended his rookie season before Greg had even began.
Yeah, and what the injury did was force Jabari to become stronger and more well-conditioned in terms of his training. When feeling his best, he's a dynamic scorer off the dribble. Struggles a little on D, but the rest of his game has enormous upside. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Here's Dunn. To the paint, got a piece of it. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Levine wide open, and the three ball is good. Levine's got 23.
What a quick read by Towns, always keeping his head up.
Dellavedova kicks to Henson. Good for the fifth time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Knocked loose, Towns. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And right there is the list of rookie assist leaders for the last 10 games. It's been all about team play for this group lately. Chris Dunn on top.
Really starting to connect with his teammates. I mean, a really heads-up player for a rookie.
And he makes the first.
Well, you just love the way Cat carries himself. I'll say this, he knows what work is.
And Towns drops them both. The Bucks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Parker outside. Second chance effort. And he sinks the layup. Parker's got 16 points.
Just has a tremendous nose for the ball, buried his way into position and got the putback.
Dunn kicks to Garnett. The rebound by the Bucks.
Just getting a hand in the face makes all the difference. That was the case there.
Here's Butler, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here. And the second free throw, good. Here's Dunn. 32 points in the game. Rush the pass to Levine. Jacks up a 3. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
I'm not sure anything will slow him down at this point. That's how confident he looks shooting from long range.
And he has found the stroke, folks. Continues to knock down shot after shot. Perfection thus far.
Garnett left side. He dishes it to Dunn. Here's Towns, and Henson sends it back. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Dellavedova. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists in the game. Inside, Parker with the steal. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
That's an excellent finish on the break, getting all the way to the cup for an easy one.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Hill's checked in. Looks for Garnett. He gets it to him. So the wing on the left. Dunn kicks to Levine for the 3. Offensive rebound. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, second chance bucket, right? You have to put a body on Towns or he'll devastate you.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. One of the stories here, Chris Dunn getting it done today.
Yeah, not surprised by this timeout. I mean, the damage he's inflicted from deep has been pretty intense. They have not been able to keep him off that line.
Some stats for Levine. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. Averaging about 31 points, over 3.5 steals, and 5 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Dellavedova kicks to Parker.
In a moment now to see some numbers for Garnett. 9th in shooting percentage, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And Henson sends it back.
Come on, shoot!
Garnett against Butler. He tries for 3, and there's Dunn on the assist by Towns. 35 points for Chris Dunn.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And that one falls for Middleton.
And last year, really an interesting one for Chris Middleton. You know, he signed a monster 5-year, $70 million contract in the offseason, and immediately there was all this speculation as to whether or not, 1, was he worth it, 2, would he continue to work and improve, and you know what, he came out of the gate and really took all of the numbers across the board up, and I think that put to bed, I should say, all the doubters about whether or not this guy was deserving of that contract.
Screen by Parker. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Hill. LaVine with it. Now guarded by Middleton. One thing about Chris Middleton, he's not just a scorer, Greg. He has developed quite the reputation on defense as well.
And his athleticism, the 6'11" wingspan, makes him extremely disruptive. Plays the passing lanes well. At times, he can be bullied by stronger players, but overall, Middleton is the total package. And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for him, and they can use every one of them.
You know, he's had a tough quarter shooting the ball, but one thing you have to give him, he's fighting out there.
And the shot goes in. Henson's got 11 in the second half.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
LaVine for 3, sinks the triple.
He got loose from downtown the first half, now has 3 here in the second. Unstoppable.
Now here is Dellavedova. Defense right on him. Shot off the screen. Garnett grabs the board.
I'll tell you, they're fighting the good fight, but he's not helping a difficult situation by missing this way.
Dunn kicks to LaVine. The feed to Towns. Parker with the steal. Milwaukee has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Middleton, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. 15 points for Chris Middleton. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. LaVine dishes to Hill. And Hill throws it down.
You know, he might be undersized as a center, but the vertical is what allows him to play bigger.
The Bucks shooting it beautifully here in the third, 56% from the field. Parker goes up and lays it nice and easy. Parker's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
He has certainly done his part this period. Just needs to get a little more help from his teammates.
Levine passes to Dunn. Back to Levine. He kicks it to Dunn. Puts up a three. Rebound, Milwaukee. Parker's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Moving it up. And the dunk by Town.
Out low, an airmail special by Cats.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Poked away. And Middleton kicks to Parker. Shot clock at 5. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Middleton dishes to Parker. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Parker's got 12 points in just the second half. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Minnesota making some changes. Cole Aldrich is checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Gorgie Dang comes in for Jordan Hill. And it's Payne in for Kevin Garnett. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Henson. Maker comes in for Parker. Here's a Teletovic is checked in for Butler. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Bean passes to Dunn. He tries for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Dunn's got 38 points.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end. The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Levine kicks to Aldrich. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. With a break in the action, let's see which teams have come away with the most steals in the NBA this season. The Timberwolves, number 1.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
The first free throw is good.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Well, there are very few players in the NBA who combine the size and shooting ability of Mirza Teletovic. Great release and soft touch. He's listed at 6'9", but has a higher than normal release, which makes him hard to block.
Dunn dishes to Aldrich. He feeds it to Dunn. Out to the right wing. Payne passes to Aldrich. Payne kicks to Levine. Launches it. It's rebounded by Carter-Williams. And Teletovic has bounced around the league a few years now, Doris, but he's always had a solid shot from distance.
Well, I'll tell you this, Kevin. When Teletovic takes a step back, he's hard to deal with. He can put up some big-time point totals if he gets in the zone and goes on check. This is a big man who's very adept at hitting shots while fading or leaning one way or the other.
And so Teletovic nails both of them.
And guys, as good a free throw shooter as Teletovic is, to me, he should look to get to the line much more often.
Dunn dishes to Levine. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple. Levine's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, he's hitting at will as they close in on the home stretch, still out in front.
Carter Williams, the pass to Maker. To the middle. Shot's good by Middleton.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Payne kicks to Aldridge. Back to Payne. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket. Here's Carter Williams. 15 points in the game. And Zaletovic kicks to Carter Williams. Middleton outside. Dishes it to Zaletovic. And there's the whistle. That goes on Adrian Payne. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And the first one drops. And in rush, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And so Zaletovic nails both of them.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Dunn dishes to Payne. Plumlee with the steal. In the corner, Rush with it. Puts up a 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And stolen by Jang. Here's Dunn. And Dunn with the slam.
The guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, and one little pump fake, and he had all the time he needed to go hard to the rack.
It's one of the most reliable moves you can make, GA. So pretty when it works. Dunn passes to Rush. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Looking now at some numbers for James. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, averaging 13 points per game, 7 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
Both free throws good from Rush. There's a minute left in the third. Carter Williams kicks to Maker. To the middle. Here's Middleton. It's good. Middleton's got 19 points.
Boy, nice look right at the bucket. Good to see them work the ball inside like that.
Payne dishes to Dunn. 17-foot shot on the way. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jang. Bucks ball. .36 seconds left to play in the third. Zaletovic the screen. For 3, Middleton. Offensive rebound. The Timberwolves shooting 54% since they had a chance to talk things over at halftime. They're looking locked in out there now. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. The first one falls. At the line for 2. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Bucks shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. And here is Carter Williams. He's got 15. Plumlee with the screen. Three-pointer, Zaletovic. Off target with that shot. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Timberwolves on top, running away with this one. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
We're not talking to each other. Offensively or defensively, let's talk.
And Coach Jason Kidd citing one of the things that can happen over the course of an evening, a breakdown in communication.
And the problem is, even in a league of superstars, this is ultimately a team game. You have to work together to succeed.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Garnett out there with Payne, and there's Bekovic, then there's Dunn, and it's Rush in at the 2. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Shoots a 3. That shot misses. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Rogged in the pass to Maker. A rebound by Bekovic. Bekovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Payne kicks to Dunn. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Ennis.
And Dunn does a little bit of everything out there. Scores the ball, distributes it well, and also pounds the glass aggressively.
The free throw drops in for Dunn. He's perfect from the line this time. Now here's Ennis. Plumlee with the screen. They set the pick. Maker dishes to Ennis. 6 on the shot clock. The pass to Maker. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Vaughn gets the bucket. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Dunn kicks to Payne. Pass to Dunn. Now here's Payne. He's covered closely. Feeds to Dunn for the 3. Offensive rebound.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
Top Plumlee. Here's Vaughn. There's the pick. Kicks it to Ennis. Puts up a 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Dunn passes to Payne. Here's Vaughn. Guarded by Garnett. Here's Vaughn. Passes to Ennis. With some arc. And it's wide right. It's off the rim for Minnesota. They've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Now Rush. Pass to Dunn. And Rush kicks to Payne. Now the dish to Rush. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Dunn shot's good.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
I mean, unbelievable. Whether they're wide open or defenders draped all over them, they're hitting from distance.
And Dunn over to help. Ennis dishes to Plumlee. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis.
Beautiful mid-range jumper. Just knows how to use his size advantage to get that shot off.
Dunn kicks to Payne. He dishes it to Dunn. It's stolen by Maker. Oh, and here comes Ennis all alone. And that one is good. Ennis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
No doubt that is within his range.
I think that's exactly what you're looking for on the break. Finish right at the rim.
Here's Payne. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
I think if you look over the history of the Timberwolves, one position they've always been strong in since their inception in 1989, the power forward slot. KG, of course, the big name, but now you get Kevin Love, and then you follow him with Karl Anthony Towns, keeping the tradition alive.
Beans checked in for the Timberwolves. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Rush the pass to Garnett. The feed to Bekovic. Down low. Here's Payne. A rebound by the Bucks. Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
Fourth foul of the night. Now he needs to be smart. Can't reach in and pick up something foolish.
Rush with the steal.
You know, anticipation is a huge part of defense, and he played it perfectly right there.
Payne dishes to Rush. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
Yeah, and a smart move to continue going through him down the stretch. Ride the hot hand.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
And that last replay courtesy of Pia.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
On defense, Minnesota. This is the maker. The three. Rebound, Minnesota. Pekovic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Kick out to LaVine. Fires the three. Good on the triple. LaVine's got 17 now, just in the second half.
All night, he just won't let up.
Now here's Ennis. Guarded by LaVine. Ennis kicks to Plumlee. To halt the run, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Oh, what a night. He's been efficient, consistent, really in a good rhythm shooting the basketball.
To the wing right side. Garnett outside. He kicks it to Rush. On the wing, LaVine. Takes a three. Buries the long-range jumper. LaVine's got 40 points.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Ennis kicks to Vaughn. They set the pick. The pass to Brogdon, expanding his range, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And how about that for a response?
Didn't take him any time to get those 3 points back. That's the shot they wanted.
Payne with it, and Garnett has it in the corner. He feeds it to Pekovic. Pass to LaVine. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Shooting 1. Zach LaVine.
Milwaukee's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Ennis passes to Maker. A rebound by Pekovic. Pekovic has got 6 rebounds in the game.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. All the officials are all over that one.
And the first one drops. Dunn is checked in for Minnesota. Jabari Parker's checked in for Milwaukee. That one is no good. Bucks have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
You know, in that situation, yes, you've got a wide open 3, but it would be a lot wiser to feed the ball to a teammate and get a higher percentage look. Oh my, he really needs to be careful now. That was his 5th foul of the night.
Now here's Ennis. D right on him, and stolen by Pekovic. A solo fast break. Up the floor. Dunn misses. Bucks shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Down low, here's Parker. It's good, the assist that time from Ennis. 23 points for Jabari Parker.
Well, the feed inside has got to be perfectly placed. It nets him 2 points. That's nicely done.
Ennis on the double team. Here's Dunn. And a miss there on the triple. For Milwaukee, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Here's Brogdon. Oh, good on the triple. Minnesota's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Levine makes it off the glass. Levine's got 45 points.
I tell you, when Levine gets up ahead of steam, he's really difficult to stay in front of.
Ennis dishes to Parker. Parker double teamed out to the right wing. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
I think he just got nervous there, guys. Not sure what he was going for there.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Aldridge is checked in, and Milwaukee also making a switch. Middleton's checked in. Here's Dunn, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Dunn's got 47 points.
Hitting a high percentage of his shots. He's been a real catalyst for their success.
They get a hand on it. And the officials into the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Just a boneheaded play there, guys. Plain and simple.
Yeah, their coach is pulling his hair out, knowing how big that mistake could be.
Here's Rush. Back to Levine from downtown. Rebounded by Maker. Milwaukee has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Middleton for three. No good.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
He needs to complete that opportunity. Really shocking he botched that one.
Ennis kicks to Maker. Took him no time at all on that one. And here is Dunn. Feeds it to Levine. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Levine's got 48.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second.
Parker kicks to Middleton. Another miss by Middleton.
Hey, the defense is content to let him prove he can make that shot, and so far, he cannot.
Kick out to Levine. Releases. And yep, finally dropped it, rolling around the rim. Levine's got 50 points.
The ability of Levine, it's eye-popping on certain nights.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That will be foul number 5 on him. Here's Vaughn. Banked in off the glass. Now here's Levine. Out to the wing. Trying his luck deep. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Minnesota's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. Here's Aldridge. Nice pass. Run into the rack perfectly for the layup.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
And you know he's not going to back down anytime soon. It doesn't matter if they're trailing or holding a lead like they are right now.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Ennis kicks to Maker, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off. And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Dunn. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
That's his second personal foul.
no good. Levine. And so Levine nails both of them. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. That's tipped. Here's Ennis, and he converts the layup. Now done. Kicks to Aldrich. And it's Payne in the corner. In the corner, Rush with it. Fast break, Milwaukee. Out left to the wing. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ennis passes to Plumlee. Levine against Middleton. Levine with it. Pass to Dunn. Here's Aldrich. Missed. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. The other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Dunn. They used to say number 2 tries harder, and nobody tried harder or succeeded more in this game than the league's number 2 scorer. What a great job by... And that is a wrap, everybody. Thanks for joining us this...